here. They're both
Yeah.
really here. That's the whole thing. Maybe that's the nutshell right there, is that we think the separation is real, we see that it's not, and then we play in the world anyway.
I mean, if you tried to get rid of it, you'd fail anyways, and you'd make yourself miserable. You'd be a pain in the ass to everybody else around you. So
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
Right. Or, I've heard someone say the formless Superman. The formless Superman is the one that has cultivated a formless awareness, which, any of us can do, and there are really teachings that are really, really good at that. And I even talk a lot about that. In other words, there's just this formlessness, you don't even call it awareness, a sense of no thing. But then if that becomes your only experience in the world, you almost have to avoid any situation where you might be tempted with sex or money or any of the worldly material things.
Food.
Food.
I mean,
Right. Anything.
Yeah.
So you're formless Superman. So you're wonderfully liberated when you're in your place of no world and no thought, and it's a freeing, wonderful place. Great. I mean, great. That's part of the whole thing. But then what happens when you have to pay taxes? What happens when your wife says, "Honey, can you come out of the room and stop meditating now?"
Right.
Yeah. Where are you then?
Yeah. I mean, the key word here, I think, is integration. We are human beings, and we're alive, and we're not going to get away from that until we're not alive. And therefore, if there is to be some sort of realization, it has to be an integrated one. I mean, you can live in a monastery or something, but even then, there's interpersonal relationships with the other monks, and you have responsibilities. You got to bake the bread or whatever, and sweep the floor, and there's still going to be activities, even though they may be simpler ones. But